Hey folks, Jim here, aka Palette of the Dead. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the latest issue of Warhammer 40,000 Imperium magazine. Now, as per usual with all these videos, if you like them, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course drop a comment down below. I love hearing back from you guys and it goes a massive way to help the channel too. Now, this week we're on issue 42 of Imperium magazine, and we also get our first Adapter Sororities mini. This is the Canoness. A model, I must admit, I've been looking forward to getting my hands on, and I'm looking forward to building her and getting her built and painted and ready for battle. Really good stuff, and I must admit, the Adapter Sororities are the army for 40k that I am going to go for overall, I believe, as well. So really good stuff, but yeah, really good fun. Of course, we are greeted by the Canoness on the inside of the magazine. So the Canoness is a defender of the faith. It is the responsibility of the Canoness to lead the sisters of the Adapter Sororities both in prayer and on the battlefield. They are pious warrior generals, skilled in the art of warfare and possessed of the ability to inspire their troops to acts of great heroism. So, with the Adapter Sororities, of course, being part of the Imperium, they are also kind of gifted with their own power armour, which is of ceramite as well, just like the Adapter Sororities, also known as the Space Marines, and they have their own kind of unique abilities to them as well. So the Canoness will generally carry a power sword, of course, which is a potent weapon of ancient origin blessed by the Adeptus Ministerium. They will also carry a plasma pistol, so they do have ranged abilities as well as melee abilities. They will carry the Rod of Office as well, so using the Rod of Office to signify her seniority, raising it aloft as she commands and issues commands, inspiring the battle sisters under her command. They also will carry the Rosarius as well, because these are the defenders of the faith. They are very religious bound, so they are kind of very religious in their iconography in a lot of ways as well. But yeah, they look fantastic, brilliant model and really good stuff, and I am really looking forward to getting going with the Adapter Sororities because they just look fantastic and they look really good. So a lot of really good stuff from these guys as well. Of course, you get your battle record on the other page as well, so we can't currently name our sister without the background page, which will be coming in a few issues time. And yeah, if you're going through that way, if you don't want to hang around, of course you can just use a name generator online, because you can find them. So you can give her a name, her title, you can name the sword, pistol and rod as well, so not too bad and not too shabby. But of course, as per usual, it adds a bit of flavour to your games, which is the main thing for it. Then we have more information about the Adapter Sororities, giving us a bit of background behind them. So, the Adapter Sororities are the all-female military wing of the Ecclesari. These zealous adherents to the Imperial Creed are responsible for defending the faith, protecting holy sites, and destroying heretics or Xenos foolish enough to threaten the Emperor's holy realm. So, the Adapter Sororities, known by many as the Sisterhood, trace their origins back to the ruinous age of Apostate. In the wake of a great schism that saw many elements of the Imperial faith corrupted, the Degree Passive ruled that the Ecclesari could no longer maintain any men under arms. To circumvent this decree, the Sisterhood was raised, and now serves the Adeptus Ministerium's only armed force. Recruits to the Sisterhood are drawn from the Scholar Pergenium, a military academy for the orphan children of officers and the nobility, and new recruits must undergo intense physical and spiritual training at either the Convent Prioris on Holy Terror or the Convent Sanctorum on the Shrine World of Ophelia 7. Only upon completing their grueling training may they join one of the many orders of the Adapter Sororities. Now, the Adapter Sororities are, of course, split into different orders, just like the Space Marines are split into many different chapters and sub-chapters. So, the Orders Militant is the armed forces, essentially, for the Orders, and they are responsible for defending worlds and retaking those lost for heretics and Xenos invaders, and they are many different versions. So, we have 6 listed on here, with their icons as well. So we have the Order of the Argent Shroud listed just up here, the Sacred Rose, our Martyred Lady, the Valorous Heart, the Order of the Bloody Rose, and the Order of the Ebon Chalice as well. So all of them have their own unique colour schemes and unique traits as well. So if you are looking forward to your Adapter Sororities, you could pick one of these good old orders and have a bit of fun. But really, really good stuff, and I must admit, I already know the order I'm going for, and I can't wait to show you what it's going to look like. Then we get more information about their forces. So the Adapter Sororities command structure, of course, is like most others. So the commanders of the Adapter Sororities are pious warriors, as well versed in military strategy and tactics as they are the scripture of the Imperial Creed. They prefer to lead from the front, demonstrating their faith with sword and bolter. So, the overall commander of the Adapter Sororities is the Abbess. At present, this position is held by Morthan Val, who has only recently been ascended to the position. Now, Morthan Val is the model that has only not long really been released. It's only been around for, about 12 months, 18 months? But yeah, it's a really cool model. With the lower part of the command structure, they are led by Canonesses or the Palatine as well, and really, really cool stuff. So the Canonesses are listed on the back, so this gives you a bit of background behind the Canoness if you wish to as well. So as most Adapter Sororities forces are commanded by a Canoness, the Canoness Preceptor may command an entire preceptory of battle sisters numbering up to 1,000 warriors. So really, really good stuff. The Palatine is the lowest rank of the Adapter Sororities officer. So these sisters usually lead small forces known as missions, numbering no more than a few dozen sisters. A mission of sisters may be assigned to protect a shrine or other holy site, or even be given as a personal bodyguard for an important officer or official, such as a cardinal. And then we also have the Celestians as well, which are the most experienced and capable warriors in the ranks of the Order's militant. They are often employed as the honour guard for an officer or as shock troops to be deployed against the deadliest opponents as well. So, really, really cool stuff, and a lot to learn from them as well. And you can also do loads of colour schemes as well with them, and really, really nice models out of it all as well. Then we get information about one of the main orders, which is the Order of our Martyred Lady, the God Emperor's fiery sword. The fires of vengeance burn brightly in every sister of the Order of our Martyred Lady. They are the deliverers of the Emperor's holy justice, to whom no sacrifice is too great. And by chanting of impassioned prayers, they rain down unrelenting destruction upon his many enemies. So, the Order of our Martyred Lady have obviously their own unique paint scheme. They have their own unique characters as well, which are very, very kind of linked to them, and much, much more. And of course, they are the main scheme that this magazine is going to go through with you as well. So kind of like they did with the Ultramarines, and like they did with the Forces of Mars for the good old Adeptus Mechanicus. So that is the way they'll head, and they'll aim towards going down that colour scheme for them as well, which is the black armour and red robes. It looks really, really nice. It's a nice colour scheme, and when done well, it looks fantastic. Then we get our first story based on the Adapter Sororities as well, which is Holy Fire, so a bit of fiction for us as well to keep us going, but it looks really, really cool, and it's a pretty decent story as well. Then you got your How to Build guide. How to Build guide, follow it, make sure you dry fit in, because you do not want to mess this model up, because it's already become quite hard to get hold of. But yeah, really, really good stuff. And yeah, she should look very similar to that. You should have no spare parts once you're done, because the model is only designed to look one way. And then we also have our good old how to paint section. So there is some metal parts, and of course there is a lot of red and black as well. So you'll be doing your base coat in bad and black if you are following this paint scheme. If you are going to have a bit of fun, because it still looks very, very nice. Once it is all done, that is generally how it will look. You can apply a few more layers and shades and stuff like that to kind of boost it, but otherwise that will look spot on if you are going for that colour scheme, and it can look pretty fantastic. You'll just need, I would just brighten up the red, in all honesty, but it'll look very, very good no matter what you do with it. But yeah, really cool stuff. Maybe give it a bit of a blue hue down the power sword. Yeah, just thinking out loud. Then we got our data sheet for the Canoness as well, a fantastic model of course. It also does have a plasma pistol, so whether it's standard or supercharged, your rod of office and the power sword listed on here as well, because of course you can do melee as well as range damage. And you also get your tutorial of how to use the lead of the righteous and the rod of office, so depending on how you want to utilise that in your battles. And then we also get our first battle plan utilising our Canoness as well, so Purify the Shrine. So for this mission you will be utilising an objective marker in the middle, and it is all about controlling that as well. And yeah, really good stuff. So for this, your forces in play will be 1 Royal Warden, 10 Necron Warriors and 5 Immortals on the side of the Necrons, and then on the side of the Imperium 1 single Canoness, which you've got today of course, 5 Assault Intercessors and your 3 Aggressors as well. And it is all a case of the Prayer of Cleansing, which is a progressive. Each time the attacker completes the following action they score 1 victory point. So the Imperium is the attacker in this mission, so your Canoness is on the attack. The Prayer of Cleansing for Canoness can start to perform this action at the end of their movement phase, provided they are in range of the objective marker and no enemies are within range of that objective marker. And you'll get a victory point for that as well. And of course, killing all the humans is the main progressive victory point scoring scheme for the Necrons as well. So for every enemy unit destroyed, 1 victory point. If it is the enemy's warlord, 2 victory points. So really good stuff, but fantastic. Really quite fun little playthrough as well for you to get going with Canoness. And then next week we get a pot of paint and a brush. Not fantastic, but the paint's going to come in handy because it's good old Stormhost Silver, because it's really bright. And also the layer brush will be really nice as well, because it is a small layer brush which is very good for painting highlights on minis. Issue 44 we get more terrain, which we've already had before. Do it the same way as you've done before if you want it to match. If you don't want it to match, do it slightly differently. Entirely up to you. Have a bit of fun with it, but either way it is more terrain to use and bulk out your battlefield. So really good stuff. But anyway, thank you very much for watching.